It's a logical progression of struggle, right? That you're not educating us, we can't have our own district, then give us an option that will allow our kids to leave, to allow us to create some institutions that may educate. Now, here's the bottom line on all of this. My view is integration does not take place on playgrounds. Integration takes place in the marketplace. Mm-hmm. If you come to the marketplace with no skills, you ain't gonna be integrated in nothing in America, or actually in the world. If you read The World is Flat, then you understand the total implications of what I'm talking about. So in the end, our view was, if we can create great schools that are run by us, it's going to be, so Ashley is sitting here, we're not telling Ashley, you should only apply to Grambling. Did I say Grambling? I didn't mean that.
Yes, you did.
She graduated from Grambling. No, we're saying you should apply to Grambling and Howard, but apply to Princeton, apply to Pepperdine, because if we can give you the skills that you need, we think you're going to be able to go out into the world and function in the world. The fact that you coming out of an all-black environment here, frankly, is irrelevant. Because the only relevant thing is going to be, what skills do we give you so you can go compete in the world? And ultimately, if the world is going to be integrated, it's going to be integrated by virtue of their capacity to engage in the marketplace. So that's sort of conceptually, I mean, that's a long thing, but I'm trying to show you like all of the historical connections, how the thing went down in Milwaukee. And then here's the last point. There ain't enough white people in Milwaukee to discuss integration. So even if everything I said wasn't true, the reality is that the white people have moved. Between between 1984 and 2001, we lost 150,000 white people out of the city. We gained a comparable number of black and Latinos. 85% of all the white people in the city are over 18. So Milwaukee is a majority minority city, but the majority, a significant percentage of the minorities are under 18. And so you have to see the future and you have to see the current with that kind of data. And so our situation in Milwaukee is not the same as what you all face in St. Paul and in Minneapolis. Because y'all are the
Nah, I'm careful.
I don't say it. So, okay, that's my explanation. I'm not going to say it. I didn't say it. You know what I'm thinking. What I'm thinking. I'm going to say it.
Is there enough black people in Minnesota to have bail?
Yeah. Yes, there is. If there's one. Y'all, that's kind of scattered. And so you just don't have the same level of concentration as you do in some place, which obviously means your strategy for how you pursue whatever it is you pursue has to be based on your reality. And you have to me, as an organizer, you always have to understand it. You can't transplant organizational strategies in the absence of understanding the objective conditions in the place in which you live. So a strategy that works here might not necessarily work. So therefore, you got to do what? Figure out what strategy will work. And there may be elements of what we do that might apply to your situation. It's just come to grips with it.
So I think you've answered my question, and it makes sense, because after I've seen the same question in two schools, I realized that the dynamics are different. And even when we look at Minnesota as it is, with our voluntary desegregation plan, we're getting to the point where we're analyzing and saying how we need to restructure that.
But see, at the end of the day, what I think is that as a people, we got to decide how long we're going to let our children continue to be destroyed. and I tell people all the time, you don't like choice? Tell me how you're going to change the structure that these kids are in. And don't just tell me you're going to give them more money. Because that's not a strategy that makes sense to me. It's just not. And so what I keep saying all over this country as I speak is, how long can we accept this? Because we ought to be enraged. We shouldn't even be able to be sitting down that we're so mad. And you see the prison, you see these prisons going like this, and kids going like this out of school, but don't act like there's no connection between these two realities. Because they come together at another point in time. And I mean, it's just, to me, it's not acceptable. And so I think we have to create a place, like what we're trying to create here, that first of all, I think you have to create a place where our kids feel loved. But they feel loved because there are demands. and the demands are tied to a projection of where we want you to be. You see what I'm saying? Because, Denise can tell you, of the 11 kids who are currently in college, when I would say that at best, 2 of them would have been in college if they had not come. I mean, and so now we got, what, 41? And we have a very simple goal. You're going to college. That's all we talk about. So all of that discussion about 6 and 9, that was about how many applications do you have in. Okay, so that's a constant refrain around it. How many applications do you have in? How many acceptances do you have? And we celebrate every time one of our kids get accepted into college. They get acknowledged.